this story on the ITV National News. That's at 6:30.
On to other news. Volunteers are out tonight trying to clear the streets of Birmingham of rubbish which has been piling up because of the bin collectors' strike. Refuse workers began a series of walkouts at the end of June, and the strikes are expected to continue until September.
Community members from Small Heath and Small Heath, who are fed up with the mess, are using their own tipper truck to do some of the clean-up themselves. Well, let's speak to our correspondent Mark Goff, who is with some of them now. And Mark, explain what is actually happening now.
Yeah, well, I'm in Yardley Green Road in Small Heath, and it looks like many other roads in Birmingham because it's got rubbish on it. Now, this looks like it's been here a while. It smells like it's been here a while, but it's not going to be here much longer because of these guys behind me. This is a community organisation called the Bearded Brothers from Small Heath. Nav, let's just interrupt Nav's clear-up operation. Nav, you spare a minute. Come away from all the rubbish. Why are you doing this?
I asked myself the question, why am I doing this? Well, we're doing it because we're from Small Heath. This is our community, and if they guys are on strike, we're never going to be on strike, the Bearded Bros. This is just absolutely rubbish. But as you can see...
So how many roads do you think you're going to get through then?
We'll probably do 2 or 3 roads. We're going to, obviously, the response has been immense. So we are going to go to the council tomorrow and ask for extra permits.
Oh, right,
and,
okay.
And if we get those extra permits...
To dump at the tips, etc.
To dump at the tips, we may go for a larger vehicle, because clearly, as you can see,
that's great, Nav. That's great. I'll let you get on with your work. Thanks ever so much. What is this dispute about? Well, according to Unite the Union, the council wants to degrade some of the workers from a grade 3 to a grade 2. It's all over health and safety. The guys at the back of the truck and the ladies who load on, they're responsible for health and safety. What the council wants to do, according to Unite, is they want to make the drivers responsible for health and safety at the back of the truck by using the CCTV. So the people who work at the back are going to be downgraded, and the Unite say they will lose several £1,000s by dropping a grade.
We regret any inconveniences caused, but I would ask the public to put themselves in the shoes of my members. The public, if they think about this, wouldn't be able to afford what my members have been asked to afford either, and strike action is an action of a last resort because all other conversations have failed.
Now, Mark, we mentioned last night that on the programme last night that a petition had been started calling for a council tax refund for residents who haven't had their waste collected. What's the latest on the number of signatures?
Well, I'm told more than 5,000 people have now signed that signature. If more than 20,000 people sign it, then the council has to discuss it in full council. And that's what the councillor is hoping for, who's drawn this petition up, and that's Councillor Alex Yip.
Well, I set the petition up because I received a lot of calls from residents who are quite rightly frustrated after 3, 4, 5 weeks now of not having quite a basic service delivered to them. And people have been so angry they've actually threatened to withhold the council tax. They're saying, well, you know, if they put their bins out the side and they don't have it collected, you know, they get penalised for it. If the bins are too full, they get penalised. So quite rightly, you know, 5 weeks on, I think their patience is wearing thin.
Well, the council stressed that no one's going to lose their job in these changes, and they say all they want to do is bring in a reliable, efficient and value for money service. They say they expect to clear half of Birmingham's roads by tonight, but this is one road which has definitely been cleaned thanks to the Bearded Brothers.
Well done to them. Thank you very much, Mark. Now, some other news in brief. A masked gang ram-raided a co-op store in Kings Bromley near Burton-on-Trent in the early hours in an attempt to remove a cash machine from the outside wall. Police interrupted the offenders during the attempted robbery, and they fled empty-handed in several waiting vehicles. The JCB, which had been stolen from a farm, was taken away to be examined by forensic officers.
Dramatic footage has been released of 2 unarmed police officers chasing a man brandishing a machete in the street